Hello everyone and welcome to the stream! So it's been quite a bit of time since I've worked on Left Turn Legend, and I've been pretty busy with things like college work and working on the Street King, so I thought it'd be fun to go back into the groove of things just by doing a little live stream where I 3D model some cars. I have 3 cars that are planned for today. I'm not sure if we'll get through all of them, so we'll just kind of see how long it takes and how far we get with the car modeling. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this first car here. And if at any point you have any questions about like the game or you just want to chat or anything, feel free to just go ahead and say whatever in chat. And I'll see if I can read your message and respond. If something goes by, I'll probably catch it the next time. So I'm not ignoring you, I'm just kind of busy with the stream sometimes. Alright, so let's go ahead and start working on this car. Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay. So I like to start working with cars just by beginning on the front. In this case, I think I'm going to start with the hood of the car. So I'm going to be using very basic shapes at first, and then over time I'll kind of just like make things more and more detailed, and then refine the shapes until I get something a bit more along the lines of what I want. So right now, this like super basic shape is going to eventually turn into the hood of the car. So let's see what we want to do. Let's add in a few edge loops here. Yep. Just so this can look a little more curved. I think I'll bump this up here. So the plan is to eventually release Left Turn Legend in some point in the future. I don't know when. So that's what I'm working towards right now, just making more cars for the game. And the style for Left Turn Legend is pretty different, from that of the Street King. So in the Street King, I'm going for, I guess, a more realistic style, but with Left Turn Legend, it's a lot more poly art. Let's see, okay. Let me just adjust the camera a little better. Yeah, I think that looks good. And I probably need to make this hood a little less flat now, right? So let's do that. Giving it a little bit of shape now. At this point, I'm actually not sure if it's really worthwhile having any sort of public tests for the game, so it's pretty early in development, honestly, even though I've gone through like 7 devlogs already. There's not a lot of stuff that I feel is worthwhile testing publicly, since I'll just mostly deal with like bugs that I find on my own until that point, I think. Alright, so a little more shape now. I think we can go ahead and add in a few more details now. Yeah. And let's go ahead and like, make this a little more hood shaped. Let's see. I guess I'll lower some of the front a little bit. That's alright. Just need to raise some parts in it a little maybe. Yeah, so the idea with Left Turn Legend is it's an endless racer. If you are good enough, you could, I guess, theoretically keep going forever. Of course, that's probably not going to happen given that it gets more and more difficult over time. Oh, so I'm working on new cars for Left Turn Legend right now, so these are cars that are not in the game yet. And I don't know how many of these cars would ever come over to the Street King, if any. Probably just maybe 1, 2, max 3 cars. Music volume's a little loud? Okay, let me check that. Alright, how's this? Also, how's the voice volume? Is the voice volume good? Okay, I turned down the music a bit. I'm not sure if this is enough though for you guys. Alright, I'll leave the music here. Or actually I'll turn that down a little bit more just to be on the side of safety. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's get back to making this hood. So, actually I think the hood's pretty decent at this moment. So we'll probably move on to just adding other details now, like headlights, stuff like that. Although, these are stock cars, so not really headlights technically. More just stickers. Alright, sound is good now? Nice. Alright, so these blobs are going to eventually turn into headlights. At some point. Well, let's go wireframe, just so you can actually see what's going on. The front of the hood might still be a little high. My day's good. Thanks for asking. How about you guys? How are you guys doing? Will LaRue appear in LTL? That, maybe. I think it would be interesting to kind of like give my own spin on how it would look as a stock car. I think that's something I'll consider for the future. For now though, I am mostly just going to focus on the cars that I have planned specifically just for this stream. Alright, so let's actually turn this into a headlight shape now instead of just a blob. Alright. Let's see. Okay, this is a bit annoying of a shape that I'm trying to go for here, so just going to have to kind of see how it goes. I think the hood needs to be adjusted a little first though, actually. Yeah. A lot of this is just kind of making refinements over time. It's pretty difficult to get things right the first try. Right, this stuff is probably too far forward, that's the problem, right? Check from above. And maybe I'll just move this stuff a little bit back. Alright, this is going to eventually turn into a headlight. Let's see, this can probably go down a little, maybe back. Yeah, I think that looks fine. And this probably needs to come out some more, so let's see. Yeah, headlights and stuff are kind of tricky to get right, since if you mess it up, it looks kind of derpy. Let me check some reference images. Alright, so I probably need to actually move the headlight back a little bit. I think it's too far forward. And then, let's see. Yeah, okay. Let me check from above how this looks. So this part can actually come forward a little bit, I think. This part might need to go back a little. Yeah, I purposefully did not tell you guys what car I'm working on right now, so I guess whoever gets the car right first, I guess you don't really win a prize, but you get the honor of having guessed it. A lot of this stuff is probably going to have to be fixed later since it's a little messy right now. But that's just how 3D modeling is. What is happening with this? Okay. I think that's fine. I think that's okay for now. I'm gonna probably just keep working on the front face. Alright, this thing, let's move forward a lot. So this part probably needs to go like around here-ish. Yeah. I think that's starting to get the shape that I'm looking for. Any tips on beating the final race in the Street King? So I have a joke answer and an actual answer. Kind of want to say the joke answer. Get good. I guess in all seriousness though, especially if you're on the harder difficulties, a lot of it comes down to learning like where the police spawns are. So by get good, I don't just mean drive the race over and over meaninglessly. A lot of it comes down to actually figuring out like how to learn the race, figuring out the best lines, and taking into account traffic and police during those lines. Is this all music from the Street King? Yes, it is. Because I don't want to get copyright strikes, so easiest way to do that is just to play music that I already know is safe. Let's see. Okay, I think that's... Okay, we'll probably have to come back to this and do a lot of cleanup later, but I'm just gonna keep working my way down the front face of the car for now, even though it looks kind of ugly, to be honest. Let's see. Okay. Guess I'll switch to this view for now so we don't get weird texture stuff going on. Right, and let's see. So I think this is good. From the side, headlight looks okay. Probably need to pull this out a little bit though. Let's see. Yeah, just a little. It's fine. Right, and let's see. Maybe I should add a few edges in. We'll come back to that later. I'm just gonna make something a bit quick and dirty for now. Yeah, I'm working on cars for Left Turn Legend, so these are a lot lower poly than cars for the Street King in general, so I find that it's interesting to just kind of go with this new art style. This can probably come down to about here, yeah. And then we'll want to do, let's see, I think this is actually fine right now. Probably one more level, and then we can get, yeah, okay. Let's shift this whole thing down a bit. It's a little boxy right now, though. Let's see. Yeah. I think some of the stuff could get moved down a little bit. Yeah, headlights probably need to come down. Hood probably needs to come down a bit as well. Let's see. I'm gonna ignore the grille for now. So if I make the grille, I'll probably make it super obvious what this car is. I think it's more fun if I kind of work on other stuff for a bit first, so you still have more chances to guess. Alright, let's go ahead and do the wheel arch. So this stuff probably all needs to, let's see, this can all go here, the wheel arch, and then we'll want to pull this outwards. Oops, what happened there? There we go. Something like this, maybe. Yeah. And then, let's see. I think this might actually be a bit too far, but I think we'll fix that a bit later. Right now I just want to get the shape of the wheel arch. Let's see. I guess as a hint as to what this car is, it is not from this decade. So Ghost Gaming asks, do you import some cars straight from the Street King and remodel, or model them all from scratch? And for Left Turn Legend, I actually do every car from scratch. Even though I have models for the Street King already, I remake these since they're in a completely different art style, so I think it wouldn't really fit if I tried to take cars from the Street King and reuse them. Okay, let's see, this is... It's funny, because usually when I model cars for the Street King, I try and avoid triangles and stuff as much as possible. But with Left Turn Legend, since it's so low poly, it a lot of times doesn't actually matter if the topology is kind of messy. No face reveal. Maybe I'll do a face reveal at 10 trillion subscribers. Ask me again then. Alright, I think this is decent for the shape of the wheel arch, so now what I wanted to do is make this area right here a bit less wide, since I think the car does not quite get that wide yet. Take a look from above. And let's see. Okay, this part is kind of messed up now. Okay, I think this is a little better for the wheel arch. Let me take one more check from above. No, this part needs to get moved a little bit further out. Yeah, I think that's good. So now you have like kind of a gentle curve all the way starting from the front out to the sides. This part right here is a little sharp, but that's actually what I'm going for, so that's good. And I guess I'll go to the windshield now. I think my favorite part of making these cars for Left Turn Legend is honestly how much lower poly they are compared to the Street King cars, so it's just a lot quicker to do them. And now we probably need to give a bit of bend to this windshield. Actually, that's already decent. Maybe a little... Let's do a little more. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, these are very low poly models for Left Turn Legend. Or at least, I guess, very low poly compared to most other racing games, but I guess for poly art, it's about what you'd expect. Alright, I'm gonna do... Let's do part of the roof first. This is a little scuffed. Alright, I think that's a little better. Probably about here, I think, is where we want this. Alright, and now I guess I can make the rest of the roof from here, so let's do that. Fill this part in, so we have actual roof now. Probably want to move this piece a little bit forward. Oh, what is happening to my scaling? Okay, I selected the wrong thing. Need to change this thing so that it actually snaps when I'm scaling stuff. Okay, there we go. Is it gonna work now? Yeah, there we go. Does the Street King have unfinished cars? Right now, no. Every car that I've started has been completed and is somewhere in the game at the moment. So there's no cars that are like in progress at the moment. this. Oh, this is a bit tricky. Alright, I'm just gonna connect this to the rear window. And go with that. Yeah. Then this needs to go. This needs to go like this. What is this edge? What is this doing here? We don't need that. I think this window might be a little... Okay, yeah, this is kind of low. I should probably raise this back area up a bit. Yeah, that's probably a bit better, I think. Okay, and now make the rear window. This needs to come down to like here-ish. I probably need to adjust how far forward the end is. Yeah, this goes a lot further back. Something like this. Right, so now we have the general shape of the greenhouse done. Orthographic and perspective views, pros and cons of each. So I think orthographic is very nice when you're working with blueprints and when you're just trying to get an idea of how one specific angle should look. Perspective is going to be better for when you're just trying to figure out how the entire car looks as a whole. So like right now, orthographic is good just to get an idea of how the front is shaped, but to see it in context with the rest of the car, that's where you would much prefer to use perspective view. And so I kind of just switched between the two a lot as I'm working, just so I can get a good idea of both. This is a stock car, so it's pretty long. I think this should come out to be like 4.9 something meters long or something like that. Since they all have 110-inch wheelbases. Right, and that was not supposed to happen. Okay, I did not want that. Okay. This should be extended. Yeah. Something like this is... yeah, that's a little closer to what I want. And I think this whole part needs to be bumped forward a bit. Let's see. This is where the rear deck lid is going to be. Maybe a bit more forward, actually. Okay, so this is okay for now, I think. Maybe the roof actually has a bit too much going on. I think this part I don't really like. Let me do these individually, actually. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, and I guess I'll just make the back first as well. So no side and no front grille yet. part might be a little tricky, I think. Let's see. I think this still needs to be moved forward. This needs to be moved up. Then I need to have the bumper and trunk come together at the back. See if there's any good reference to the back. Okay. So I think this part actually might need to be a little thinner, maybe? Yeah, this part is a little too wide right now. Yeah, I think it's a little better. Well, actually, I think the front or the top part of the deck lid should be a little wider than the bottom. So this can be like that. This can be something like this. Then when you look at it from the back, this might be a little hard to see, but there's like kind of a slant down here where the top is a bit further out towards the edge of the car, and then the bottom is a little closer towards the inside. And this part can just go out all the way to the edge of the car for now, I guess. And I think the back of the, or the side profile is actually pretty flat on the back, so there's just a bit of movement on this, not too much. Yeah, something like that. And then this comes out like up. This can, yeah, I think that's fine actually. We'll go ahead and fill this in. So this corner piece right here is the entire tail light. Can I make a live stream playing Roblox? I do not really play Roblox, so I don't know if that would be entertaining, since I don't think I would really know what I'm doing, to be honest. This rear bumper is very long. I think this is what we want for the shape. Yeah. I think the front might be a little too tall still. I kind of don't like the proportions on this so far. Yeah, let's fix the front right now, actually. Let's see how we want to do this. So this area probably needs to go down a bit. I think this whole part maybe can go down a little bit. Let's see, that seems too low, so okay, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this part. I think that's roughly what I want. So then the whole hood's gonna have to get adjusted to match this now. Yeah, everything's kind of messed up now. Oops. Something like this, maybe? I think some parts of the hood are still a bit uneven. Let me see how this looks now. Okay, I think this is probably a lot closer to what I want now. The front was like super tall earlier, which looked kind of weird. Okay, so now we can go to work on the side profile. Or not the side profile, but the actual side itself. I'm gonna kind of fill in starting from the back and then reach the rear wheel well. So this stuff is a very large chunk that's just kind of straight like that. Yeah, something like this. I think this part can actually go in a bit though, so I'm gonna move it a tiny bit. Let me see. Yep, that works. Patriot 2006. Yes, that is actually exactly what I'm going for right now. So these are the headlights right here. Gonna have the grille right here, which would have given it away. Back, I guess, is kind of coming together, but yeah, you got it. So I think Rex Race Noon, first person to guess the car correctly. Alright, and let me see what we should do here. Okay, this part needs to widen up a bit since it's the back. I think the back is actually kind of too wide right now, yeah. This whole part needs to be thinned down a little. So let's take this whole chunk and just thin it down. This needs to be moved inwards. How bad does that look right now? Actually not too bad. I think it's mostly fine, to be honest. So I think we can just roll with that, and then later on check if there's any other problems that we need to fix with the back of the car. Alright, let's keep going with the rear wheel well. So this part of the car should... Okay, so it should not quite be at maximum width yet, so I need to move the back of the wheel well in. So this area right here kind of starts off a little thinner, and then it gets wider as we go towards the middle of the car. So I'm going to go ahead and move this inwards a little bit. This piece can probably come out a tiny bit. This one, what do we want to do with it? In a little bit. And then next chunk of the wheel well will probably be at full width. That needs to be 2. Yeah. Alright, I think that looks okay for the general shape. This part feels a little spiky though. Let's see if there's anything we can do about that. Might just actually have to make this have a little more polygons. Even though it's low poly, we still need probably a bit more of that. Yeah, maybe something like this. So it just doesn't feel as spiky at least. Alright, time to just start filling stuff in on the side, I think, so... Yeah, this whole thing can just be filled in. Probably gonna have to make some adjustments to this giant panel right here later, but for now I think it's good enough. because it's more important to now work on like the side windows and stuff. So I'm gonna start from the top to get a good perspective here. I don't think the A-pillar is not that big. It needs to be moved back a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, this is probably closer to the actual size. Something like this. How about we just take this whole thing and extend that. Alright, this looks kind of messy right now, but I'll fix it. This thing moves in, yep. And we probably want to shift it down a little. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, what happened here? This is not where I thought it was. That needs to be there. This can go here, this can go here. And this thing becomes the window. And so this should be the B pillar. And then we have a window here, and then the C pillar, so let's figure that out. I think this part is a little too wide. Let me double check on that. Yeah, that's definitely too wide. So this can come back a little bit. And then this piece probably needs to come forward. And up. Right, and this is going to be about the width of our B pillar. So this chunk right here is the actual B pillar. Then we need the window to go right here, and this is not the shape of the window, so let's fix that. I don't like this edge. Let's just get rid of it completely. Something like this, I think? And rear of the window should be a little curved. So I think maybe we can connect these. Add division in the middle, and maybe just pull this back like this. Okay, how does that look? It's a little... Okay, so this part comes up a lot, which I don't like. This needs to go down. And also this is too far inwards, so this can go to the left a little, this can go to the right. Okay, I'm just gonna fill this in and see what it looks like. Not horrible, but still could do with a lot of fixing. That is kind of messy. I don't know if I like this. but I'm just gonna leave it again. Okay, so this is... yeah, this is very weird looking. I don't like that. How should we handle this? Do we want to just stick a triangle there, honestly? Maybe that is better. See what this looks like with the material. It's fine, I guess? Maybe? Okay. I think this is okay for this section for now. And now this part needs to get done, so... what do you think? Something like this, maybe? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll want to kind of just fill in the side along here. So, how many of these do I have? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vertices total. So that's another 6 along here. So, something like this. This looks a little weird, so we can, let's take this one and slide it over a bit. Yeah. It doesn't really matter that much that these are a little weird looking, since it's supposed to be a low poly model anyways, and the shading is like super faceted, so it doesn't matter if there's like not any smooth, or if it's not smooth. Okay, now I guess I'll finally make the front grille, since there's really no reason not to at this point, since we already had Rex Race Noon guess the car correctly, so let's do that. How do I want to do this? Maybe I should just take the knife tool and just start cutting stuff into the model and then figure out the topology later. I think that sounds like a good plan. So, let's see. Probably want something that looks... where do we want to start this grille? I think it's... yeah, it's a little higher up. So I'm just gonna add some cuts here for now. Not anything that's going to be final, but just to get an idea of what I want first. Let's see, and the bottom of the grille is probably gonna go down to maybe around here-ish. Alright, sure. Now we can just refine this. So... can add a cut here, maybe. I think that might be a little too tall, actually. A cut here. Add a cut, like... maybe here. Alright, what does this look like so far? Yep, I think that's fine, actually. And we can add another cut down here. That's where this will all start coming together. Let's see, this is a little messy right now. So where are the cuts? Okay, this can go down. This looks a little messy. Or we just add a triangle here. Then we need a cut here. I think that might be the general shape we want for the grill. Although I think these edges might actually be a little too far out, so we'll move them in a little bit. Maybe something like here. Okay, let's see. Something like this. Alright, and these are going to be shaded differently. I guess speaking of shading, I might as well just mark the areas that we want to shade differently now, so let's do that. Yeah, so this area of the grill is going to be painted black, just so it actually looks like a grill and not another chunk of bodywork. This is the headlight, so we need to separate that. This area right here is going to become like the lip, so that needs to be painted black. Let's see. Windshield, side windows, these all need to be painted differently. Oops, I wanted seating. There we go. Alright, oh, taillight. Okay, so now I guess it's just other small details. So, like the wheel wells, the bottom of the car, the spoiler, and then texturing. So not too much left to go on this car, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the, what do you call it? I guess this is technically the side skirt right here. And we're going to want to make this a seam once again. Alright, okay, let's do the wheel wells now. That should be selected. There we go. And we need to make sure these are wide enough to actually fit the wheels, so maybe somewhere like here-ish. Right. That looks about what we want. Yep, that's good. So now I just need to fill in the bottom of the car. Let's see. Let's just take this whole chunk right here. It doesn't want to cooperate, so I'm gonna have to just manually select this. Here we want to fill this chunk in. Well, what is going on with this right here? Why is this so low? I don't think that was supposed to happen. Yeah, I think that's about where we wanted that. Not sure why that was moved down so low. Right, and then let's just take this entire thing right here all the way to the end and fill up the rest of the car with it. Okay, so now the bottom of the car is filled in. Alright, I need to mark these as seams so that they're not going to get painted the same color, since the bottom of the car needs to be like blackish grayish. There we go. Let's see what else do I need to do for. No, I think this is actually good for this part. Let's make the spoiler now. this extends a little bit over. Let's see. It's a tiny bit over the tail light. Something like this. And we need it to go... How high does this go? About this high? Yeah, I think that's about right. Flatten it a little bit, especially the edge. And from the side profile, how should this be? We actually need to move it forward more. Let's see. I think this is fine actually. Just the back needs to be more curved. So just this corner right here was a little bit too far back, but I think that's good now. Okay, so... Is that about what we want? I don't like this. I think, yeah, this needs to come forward. That's the problem, maybe? Yeah. Okay. This goes here. This we can push up to here. This we push there. That's about what we want. Where does this come from? We probably don't need that. I'm gonna move this out the way for a bit. Okay, there we go. So I think that's pretty much what we would need to do for modeling. So now it's on to texturing the car. So what I need to do now is add in seams everywhere for the UVs and then do the actual mapping. So probably want to have some along the front just so we can have front map to its own thing. Let's see. I think this side we usually leave mostly unbroken, but I do want to separate that from the hood at least. So this whole chunk will be one thing. I'll separate the roof here. When we get to the back, let's remove this separate. Make sure it's actually match the right ones as the scene. And then we need to separate the whole back of the car too. Alright, just to see, let's see what happens. We unwrap. Looks decent, I think. We can probably work with this. Okay. So now what we want to do is just make sure that everything is good before we do that. I think this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the spoiler though, and then flip it. So that way we have both sides of the spoiler actually show up. Right now this game actually, Left Turn Legend doesn't actually have any time of day. So it's permanently day right now. To be honest, I'm actually not sure if I'm going to add any sort of daylight cycle or anything, since it's intended to be quite a lot simpler than the Street King. It's not really the same scope of project. Alright, I think this is good for unwrapping, so I can just go ahead and do that. Alright, let's see. This we make tiny and we just shove into this block right here. because we want the entire bottom of the car to be gray, so I don't really care if the UV mapping on that part is bad. We can just shove it into the block right there. Let's see what other parts we can shove around. Headlight, same thing. We just want the entire headlight to be white, so I'm just going to make it really small and shove it into the white block. And now you can see a lot more clearly the grille of the car. Alright, let's go to the windows now, since these are all going to be shoved into the black section of the colors. And taillight. I think everything is pretty much put where we want it now. So we can go ahead and actually unwrap these areas of the car now, which is the important part. Oh, before that though, I guess I have to actually apply the mirror modifier so it doesn't mess things up. So let me do that. Let's see what happens when I do this now. So, where is this? I think. Where is the other side of the roof? Why is that missing? Where did the other? Okay, the roof is still mirrored. We don't want that. So, let me try this. Where did the spoiler go? Okay, spoiler is still being one piece. Oh, okay, I probably need to add seams around the spoiler. Oops. Where's my seam? There we go. This trunk can be on that. Oh no, I didn't do that. Oh, I'm still on page, that's why. Okay, why is it still not giving me both pieces of the spoiler? Oh. Okay. There we go. Alright, hopefully it works this time. So, try number like 4 at this point of getting the UVs just to unwrap properly. If I move this, where's the other chunk of the spoiler? What's happening? Okay, I think the spoiler's being a little annoying, so I'm just gonna try moving these apart entirely. If I do this now, will it at least unwrap the spoiler properly? Yes, there we go. Okay, there we go. So now we finally have all of the main parts unwrapped, and now I have to actually manually position these things around so that it looks better, or so that it makes better use of the space. Since these UV maps are not very efficient when Blender first creates them, and as you can see here, this is marked rim, so I don't want any of the car overlapping that, since that's actually used for the tire and rim texture of the car. Will this game have a portrait or landscape screen? So it's always going to be played only in portrait mode. And a big reason for that is since it's an endless runner where you just keep going forever, the portrait orientation restricts your camera view so that you're only able to see opponents and stuff up to a certain distance in front of you. And so if you played it in landscape mode, you'd actually be able to see stuff like disappearing and appearing as they get kind of far away from you, so it's necessary for the camera to be restricted that way. And what is this? We want path islands just so it's going to have the correct size. Oh no, where did the side of the car go? Oh, I didn't unwrap that. That's great. So let's do that. UV, path islands. Right, if I select everything now, what's going on with this chunk of the window? Okay, I guess this piece of the window didn't get successfully unwrapped, so try that again. Okay, I think this is finally ready for some actual UV stuff to happen. So I'm just gonna start by moving everything over as far to the right as I can. Figure some of the other stuff out later. This we can probably spin this way. Hood we can spin here, and let's see, can we get this hood to fit right here? I think so. As long as you just move this up a little bit. Yeah, hood fits here, fine. I'm gonna get these pieces out the way. This goes here maybe? Trunk lid can go here. Rear can go here. Let's see, does that fit? Barely. Okay, that works. And now we need to figure out where the spoiler goes. Okay, we can cram this piece right here. And I think we can get this one into the top right of the map. Yep, that works. So this goes in the top right of the UV map. Let's see. This area feels a little cramped right now. Let's see if I can move these in any way. Maybe if I spin the hood 180 degrees? Nah, that doesn't work. What if I spin this part? Is that any better? I don't think so. So I think this part is just gonna have to be a little tight. Unless maybe, oops. Move this down here. Does this fit? Does, but it's also not really any better. I think just a little bit more with the adjustments and this will be fine. Let's see, this probably want to make it a little further away from the edge. Alright, I think this is pretty good for the UV map, so let's see. Nutty Burnout, I am doing well, how are you? Okay, let's move these down again. Right, so that looks good. I think we're done with this car, maybe. So there might be some, like, fine-tuning stuff that I need to do, but I think for the most part, this is pretty much good. Let's see. Maybe we'll move the front of this forward a little, since I noticed that this part looks a little weird. Yeah, this probably needs to come forward a tiny bit. Right, I think that's good for this car. Alright, let's see. Just doing a double check to make sure there's nothing weird going on. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'm going to be taking a break since I just finished this car, so I'll catch you guys after the break. Alright, we're back. So I'm going to be starting the second car now. Once again, I'm not going to tell you guys what this car is, so you can just kind of use that to guess and I guess have a little mini game, see who can guess the car first. So last time we had Rex Race Noon guess the car first. It was a 2006 Patriot. And this car, I will say, is actually already in Left Turn Legend, but as another model year. So this is going to be kind of familiar. So once again, I'm going to be starting off just by doing the hood of the car and then working my way around the front and kind of just seeing where to go from there. This can, yep. Let's go ahead and, oh, what is happening here? There we go. This goes here. Somewhere like this. It would be funny if someone guessed the car right now, but I don't think that's happening. Let's go with 2 loops, maybe.
I pull off my fingers.
Okay, yeah, I think 2 is probably better.
Watch as the dreams and blood pour from the scars. And when I finally quit all the singing with one last note, when the monsters in my head finally rip out my throat, and I die on the stage, would that be good? Hands still clutched around its neck of wood.
And let's go ahead and look on the side profile of the hood now. Or actually, maybe let's get this correct first from the front. Yeah, let's get the front correct first.
Screams in an empty room of filled up minds, bounce off closed ears, wasting breath and time. When I go and all that's left is grooves and wax and tape.
I think this is already the right height, actually. Interesting. Alright, we probably need to make the center of the hood a little higher though. So this part can go up a tiny bit. Yeah. Something like this. This goes up. And I think that's actually maybe good for the hood shape, so I'll come back to it later if there needs to be any changes. But let's move on to the headlights now. Headlights on this car might be a little bit of a pain, to be honest. Let me see how I want to approach this. Alright, I'm just gonna start by pulling this down. Something like this. Alright, yeah, this can go like out forward a little. I want this to come down more. Yeah, this part probably needs to go down to be pretty much even. I'm gonna switch to wireframe again just so I can see things a little easier. Yeah, I think the front of the hood actually needs to dip down a little lower, maybe. I think that might be the problem that I'm seeing with the headlight right now. What is your opinion on Cherry Crews and his creation of a new language? It is interesting, I'll say that much. Oh, I think I might have missed a few things in chat. Let's see. Where are you from? I'm from the USA. I'm not gonna specify where. Let's see. Favorite song? Let's go. Bullet? I don't know if I should say anything about what this car is or isn't yet, since it's way too early, so any guesses that you guys are throwing out right now are probably just random. So if I say no or if I say yes way too early, it just kind of ruins the fun. So I'm gonna wait until we have enough to work with that the guesses are gonna be actually good guesses, I think. Hood is still a little scuffed, so let's fix that. Alright, yeah, this has like the actual curve shape that I'm going for now. Okay. Now back to what I was working on earlier, which was headlights. Probably want to just build the basic shape around the headlights first before I worry about them, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a very, very basic bit of like kind of scaffolding, so to speak, to work with. Right, and so this part be very, very, very rough for the time being. Need a bit more to work with on this side. Oops. There we go. Something like this. Yeah, that looks good. Right. Something like this to work with maybe? Ah, this edge looks kind of weird. Alright, I just need to adjust that a little bit, I think. How's this look? To work with, let's see, from the side, and above. This part still looks a little weird. Maybe I shouldn't worry about that right now, since it's just kind of making a scaffold to work with. Oh yeah, like I said, I am from the USA. Alright, now I can start trying to make the headlight. This is gonna be a bit of a tricky shape to do. Especially with a low poly art style. I think the headlight might kind of immediately give away what this car is, though, which is going to be kind of interesting. Okay. So let's go to front view and maybe something. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of cut a shape with the knife tool and see how it goes. This might take a few tries to get right. Okay, that is not what we want. All right, I'm gonna try that again. It's a little too lopsided still. I don't really like this. But if I adjust this, maybe? Alright, this end is too high. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep recutting with the knife tool until I get a base shape that I'm happy with. Okay, I think maybe I know what the problem is. Going a little too close to the hood and high up, so that's making it look kind of weird. Something like this. Very gentle upwards. How is this looking? Okay, this, maybe we can work with this. It's gonna need a lot of fixing, but this might be okay as a starting point. Okay. Yeah, this is a very, very messy starting point. Let me just check something really quick. Yeah, I think the rough idea is there with this shape. Just need to refine. So this looks... Okay, this part stretches way too far back. What's going on here? I'm just gonna shift this whole chunk forward. This part, okay, this piece is too far forward. I think that's better. I might as well just delete this stuff since we don't need that anymore. Needs to go forward more. This back. Yeah. How does this look? Still not really happy with this shape. Alright, I think I'm just gonna come back to the headlight after I do a bit more of the front, since this is kind of a pain to work with this shape. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make the grille too. The grille is like way easier compared to the headlight for some reason. Right, yeah, I don't like this. It's a little too curved. I think the grille looks roughly something like this. You know what? This headlight is not the worst thing in the world. It's actually decently close, I think. Alright, I see more comments on what this car could be. Not sure if I want to respond to any of them yet. I'm still debating that. Let me go and make maybe the rest of the front first. Initial to J, I'm doing good. How are you? A little bit tired, but having fun with the stream. How do I want to work this into the headlight? That's the main thing. I think I'm just probably gonna use a ton of triangles, which is usually bad, but it's fine since these models are so low poly anyways. And they're not even meant to be smooth shaded, so not that big a deal. I think okay. Oh, that's part of the problem. The headlight needs to be moved a little closer to the center of the car. Yeah, it's like way too far out towards the edge right now. Okay, that makes sense. Probably gonna have to do some scaling on the headlight as well. And now this should look a lot closer once I get this done. How does this look? Messy. It is kind of weird looking. Okay. Alright, this line right here should pretty much just go straight across, so I'm gonna do that. It seems like a pretty good reference for the rest of the front of the car. I think that's, yeah, this line right here is pretty important to the shape of the car, so it's good that I have that established now. Alright, let's see what I want to do. Alright, let's just make the rest of the front before worrying about integrating everything with the headlight. That's going to be where the mess is. gotta check this thing again. Yeah. And I probably need to add a few more divisions. Maybe just one more division right here. So I can get the right shape for this part of the bumper. I think that looks good. Alright. That's the general shape of the bottom, I think. Now it's time to refine it. Do you think this area... Yeah, I think it's once again a bit too tall actually, so I'm going to shorten this. Maybe something like this is a little closer. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is closer to what we want. Okay, and let's see how this looks. Headlight is still kind of messy. Let's just try and see what happens if I fill in the rest of the front now. Okay, yeah, this part is just a bunch of polygons everywhere. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. This is... This area right here looks pretty weird, especially. Let's see if I can fix this up a little. Let's see what this looks like now. Well, I really don't like the way these triangles are laid out. Okay, what if I... Yeah, I might just have to split this. I think this looks a little neater, maybe. Hello, welcome to the stream. Okay. Let's just mark these as seams and call it good enough for now. And everything is all messed up, so let's fix that. There we go. Okay, it's not actually too bad right here. It's still a little messy though. So if you're just joining the stream right now, I'm working on cars for Left Turn Legend. I haven't actually said what the name of this car I'm working on right now is, but I think some people might have already figured it out. But for now, if you have any guesses on what this is, you can still keep them coming since I haven't actually said anything about the name. And I I think it's time to just get the wheel well done. This is a little strange looking. What about this? Alright, I think that's fine. This can come up a little bit so it's maybe a little more even. Right, and I think that's a decent shape for the wheel well. So let's just fill this stuff in now. Oops. There we go. Alright, so that's pretty much the front. I think we want to change some of the geometry here a little though, probably. Let's see. I think I also might want to... No, I think this is good, actually. Alright, so now I'm gonna do the windshield and then the roof. Is it difficult to be a game developer? So I guess it depends on what you mean by difficult. So like, there's a number of barriers, I guess, that just come from costs. So like you have to pay to, for example, publish apps to the Apple App Store. You have to pay a small fee to also publish apps to Android. And then also just the cost of like getting a computer that's good enough to run everything that you need for game development, and also getting test devices. I guess difficult in terms of learning everything you need to learn as well, since there's a lot of programming and math that goes behind making games in general. I guess the last way you could look at what the word difficult here would mean is if it's like difficult in terms of something that you don't want to do. I mean, I guess it should be pretty obvious that in that case it's not difficult for me since I like game dev a lot. But I will say that game dev isn't necessarily for everyone, so it's more of something that you should just only do if you really enjoy it. Let's get the windshield good. Right, and then we probably need to raise this up. Yeah, we don't want a flat windshield. Right, let's see. That's a little high. Okay, I think that's decent for the windshield. Let's go ahead and do some more of the side, or no, not the side, more of the roof now, actually. This is going to be about where the window ends and we start the B pillar, so let's see, what should I do here? Yeah, let's do this. Okay. And then just want to keep building the rest of the roof towards the back of the car. Right, I think this is... Probably need to scale these down a little. Right, and this can be a little... let's actually make this one a bit wider. Alright, I think that's probably good for how it should look from above. Now we need to get this in the right shape from the side. Alright, something like this maybe? Yeah, I think this is decent for the roof shape. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the rear windshield. Right. That's the shape from above. Let's get the shape from the side now. Oh, what is happening here? There we go. Right, and this needs to come down. I think that's decent for the shape. Let me double check that. Yeah, that works. Let me check how it looks from the back, actually. Alright, I think the middle part needs to be raised a little, maybe. Yeah, this looks a little better. Yeah, so in terms of music choice, it was actually pretty easy for me to just choose music from the Street King since I don't want to deal with YouTube copyright and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna stick with what's safe. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna keep working my way to the back of the car, actually. So we'll do the same thing as last time, where I just finish the side of the car last. Let's see. Yep, and the spoiler's gonna sit right here. Will I use other songs for Left Turn Legend's soundtrack? Yes, I definitely will. So, right now the soundtrack just isn't very developed yet, but there are definitely going to be a lot more songs in the future. Will I add the same music from the Street King to Left Turn Legend? I think for the most part, no. So there might be a few songs that are carried over if they just fit well, but I guess I'm going for a different kind of feel for Left Turn Legend from the Street King. So Left Turn Legend should have a greater focus on like rock music, since it's more centered around, you know, oval circuit racing that would take place usually in like the American South, so kind of like southern rock, that sort of thing. The Street King is more general, just like street racing and as a whole, which I guess has a lot more electronic music in the style. Okay, this is about where the trunk should end, and then we can go ahead and do the actual rear of the car now. Whoa, that was not supposed to happen. Alright, there we go. Let me move this whole thing forward a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Alright, this is interesting for the rear of the car. Let me get some more references for the back since this is a little tricky. Okay, I think I need to move this part of the trunk forward a lot, actually. Yeah, let's do that. I think maybe we can actually flatten the rear a little bit. So let's do that. Alright, that's good for this chunk of the rear. Now we need to do the actual bumper and the tail light. Okay. Alright, so the taillight is somewhere right here. I'm trying to figure out where exactly to place it. I think I'm gonna have to like have a bit of stuff here between what I have right now and the taillight. Yeah. Actually, maybe that is about right for the taillight. Yeah, you know what? I think this is actually correct where I have this right now. So this right here is going to be the rightmost edge of the taillight. Alright, I'm going to do this. And the actual taillight itself, we're going to make a cut right here. Let's see. I think that might be a little too thin for the taillights actually. But they need to be a little wider, so let me fix that. Yeah, I think this is more accurate now. No, Left Turn Legend will not be open world or anything. It's just one track at the moment. I'm not actually sure if I want to add more or anything like that, but it's going to only take place on the racetrack, so there's not going to be any sort of exploration that you can do. It's just an endless runner game with very, very simple controls. Okay, this can go here, and I think we're done with the rear bumper now. So we can start working around here, back to the side of the car once again. So this is going to be the start of the wheel well. Oh, where did my mouse go? There we go. There we go. Right. And this right here, we're just gonna fill out into the wheel well. Yeet King Part 2. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the Minecraft stream, to be honest, since the server crashed. I actually haven't checked yet to see if, like, stuff is okay. We might have lost a lot of data, actually. Might have just a bunch of corrupted chunks in that world. I think it's a little too low poly, actually. Let's keep this here. Let's move this back. And let's add something in the middle of this. Yeah. So we can just split this one into two. I think that looks a little better. Yep. Alright, and this goes out, this goes out. Will I make variety content on my second channel other than racing? So the second channel is just kind of a place for me to upload random stuff that doesn't really belong on the first channel. It's not really, to be honest, I don't really use the second channel as something that is intended for views. It's just kind of when I feel like uploading something random, it goes there, so maybe I will have stuff other than racing. I guess I might have like random clips of anything I have in other games that I play. I honestly forget that the second channel even exists from time to time because I just don't really use it very often though. Okay. I think the wheel well looks good now, so we can go ahead and fill in the rest of the side here. Let's see how this looks from above, since I need to make sure that the width is correct for the car. Okay, yeah, the front is way too thin right now. Okay, I think this is good for the front, maybe? Yeah, since the... Okay, no, this needs to go out more. Yeah, the front fenders are flared out a little bit, then it kind of gets thinner towards the middle of the car, and then the rear fenders flare back out. I want to make sure I get that shape right. Right, then this can connect back up to the rear fender. And you have like a very gentle slope outwards where it starts to get wider there. Okay, let's go ahead and add in the rest of the side. Oops. Right, this is alright, so now I need to fill in the side of the car. Right. I'm gonna get the window running right here. How many sponsors are in Left Turn Legend? That's a good question. I'm not actually sure. Let me check that right now. There are... Let's see. So, in the sponsors page, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows of sponsors. Each row has 3, so that's 27 sponsors right now. Okay, and this needs to go much closer to the car itself, yeah. Right. And then we can fill this in, fill this. Oh, I guess it doesn't want to fill that in. And then this, yep. Alright, we need to bring the B pillar way down. I think this actually should lean back a little bit. Okay, this is good. Right, and yeah, looks good. Okay, there we have the window. Then we just need the back window. Seven, sure. See you around. Yeah, good luck with whatever you need to do, and thanks. This is, yeah, we can just fill this in directly. That becomes the rear window. I need to move this vertex a little bit. Yeah. We can fill this in, move this out. How's this look? Alright, it's coming together. I think this vertex looks a little weird right now though. What's going on with it? I think it's the I think it's this angle. Yeah, it's this angle that doesn't look right. Okay, let me change that. Yeah, I think that's better. And now we can go ahead and start connecting this stuff up. Probably want this to go up a little more. Okay. Alright, let's just fill this in. Probably gonna have to use some triangles here just so it doesn't look too weird. Yeah. Okay. So that chunk filled in now. Now I need to fill in this entire side, so let's just do that. We're gonna count this again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 edges. So we need 3 and 3, alright. Oops. Right, there we go. And then now let's just fix it from the side. And I think we can just fill stuff in. Yeah, nice. What's going on with this bottom thing? Looks a little uneven. Does it look uneven? Oh, I guess it's not. Alright, this part probably needs to get moved a bit though. It looks kind of strange right now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I think this looks a little better on the side now. Alright, nice. Side looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and mark some of these as seams again, so that we can have different colors for different parts of the car. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I did not answer what the car is. So yeah, it is actually, like Rex Race Noon said, a 2003 Illuminator. So, guess you got both of the cars, right? I didn't see anyone else mention this, so I think, yeah, you're the first person for both of these. Alright, let's see. This part of the front looks a little weird. I don't like it. I think this is just a little misshapen right now. Alright, that's probably better. Okay. And now what do I want to work on? I think I'll do the wheel, what's it called? The inside of the wheel arches. And let's see. Okay. Right, that looks good. For the wheel arches, let's see what else we need here. I guess I should have added the, yeah, this needs to go here. Skirt. Oops. There we go. Right, that works, I think. This part looks a little weird. Let me see if I can fix this. No, that definitely does not look better. I guess it's fine. I'll leave that part later for later and see if it still looks strange in game, I guess. Right, time to fill in the bottom part of the car. Right, bottom of the car is filled in. So now I want to add in some seams for UV mapping. It's a little tedious manually selecting the edges, but the model's not super high poly, so I guess it's not too bad. So this whole area is going to be shaded like a grayish color. Alright, how do I want to split up seams for the roof? I think I'll do this trunk, and then this area can be another island in the UV map. Hood can be another. And, how should I split the front bumper? Honestly, I think I'll just split the front bumper pretty far back right here. Okay. Now I think I should just, yeah, I think the only thing I have left really is the spoiler and then UV mapping for this car. So let's do the spoiler. Right, that looks alright for the shape of the spoiler. I think the top needs to be a little more of a gentle curve. Yeah, something like that. Mark this as a seam. Split this. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Alright, let's see how this looks now. Okay, some of the stuff is flipped around, so let's fix that. Alright, whoa. Alright, there we go. No more holes in the car. And just like before, I'm gonna have to duplicate the spoiler and then flip it. I think I forgot to mark these as seams. Yeah, that needs to be a seam. This did not get marked. Let me check if there's any other spots that I forgot to mark as seams. Benito BR, thanks for the nice words. Alright, yeah, I think this is good for... Yeah, I think this is good in terms of the actual model. It's time for the UV map now. So this is where it finally starts to actually look like a car, since I color everything in and not just a hunk of car-shaped clay or something. You know what? Let me actually do this a little differently from usual. So let's get the headlight colored in. Right, all of this stuff needs to be painted black, so I'm just going to do it all in one go. Right, this looks good. Tail light. And the reason I do the UV maps like this is because the majority of the bodywork of the car has to be properly UV mapped so that things like the liveries can work correctly. However, parts of the cars like the windshield and the lights are always going to stay that one solid color no matter what. It doesn't actually matter like if the UV mapping is done correctly for those parts, because you're never going to have the livery appear on them. So what I can do is I can shrink these parts down to a really small size and make it so that it's basically just a solid color. Alright, okay, I think that's good for those parts. Oh yeah, still need to do the bottom of the car. Okay, I think that's good for the painted areas of the car, so let's go ahead, or like the solid color areas, so let's go ahead and UV unwrap the rest. Oh wait, I need to apply the mirror modifier first. And let me just do some cleanup before I proceed actually. Okay. So I'm gonna keep the spoilers separated for a bit. And then for now, yeah, let's just UV unwrap the main body of the car. I think I can make the UV, what's it called, the UV islands bigger. This is pretty inefficient. So let's do that. Something like this maybe? Yeah, this is maybe pushing it. I'm just gonna experiment and see if this works for the UV map. So once again, going to stick the hood in this space right here. Okay, looks like we can't do that. Yeah, I might have made this a little too big, actually. Let me think about this for a bit. Yeah, you know what? Let's try and start from here again. I'll make this a little bigger, but not quite as big as I had it before. Does this fit now? Ah, barely not. Let's see. I feel like it should be able to fit. Just positioning it wrong. Okay, if I take the hood and move it down a bit, it should fit. Let's see, where can I put this front bumper now? I feel like there's just so much wasted space with this map, but also at the same time it is getting kind of difficult to find any good spots. Yeah, this doesn't fit here. Yeah, I might actually have to just stick with the smaller UV map that they had originally. Or UV scale. Okay. This is still a bit bigger than what they had originally, I think. Yeah, where do I put this bumper? I guess I could stick it like somewhere here, maybe? Then I'll have to take... Let me just scoot some stuff out the way. Okay, this can maybe work. Let me get the spoiler chunk out of the way. Do I get any more space if I do this? This has to be something that can fit, right? Okay, I think that works. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we can probably just cram this piece right here. Okay, yeah, and then spoiler should be able to fit along the bottom. Yep, I think that's good. Do we have any overlaps? Since that's exactly what we want to avoid. I don't think so. Alright, let's see. Let me double check the UV map just to make sure nothing weird's going on. How many vertices does a model have? Let me check that. So where does it say? 375 and 722 triangles. Let me get the spoilers back in place. I think that's good for this car. It's pretty much all that we want with it. Headlights still look a little funky. Yeah, I might have to come back later and fix the headlights since they just look kind of misshapen. I don't know. Let me actually see if there's anything I can do right now to maybe improve them. This can go a little lower maybe. See. I think the headlights are a little... Yeah, I think it's these areas that just look kind of strange. Hopefully this doesn't screw up the UV mapping too much. This looks kind of strange right here. I think this might be a little better now around the headlights. Let me check to make sure that didn't screw up the UV editing. It did screw up the UV mouse. That sucks. Let's see. Which piece is this? What's this? Front. I guess I'm just gonna have to remap this. Oops. Alright, and this was like somewhere here, right? We get all this selected. Alright, where's average island scale? There it is. Wait, let me check something really quick. Okay, yeah, so that does do exactly what I wanted it to do. Okay. I think that's good for the front now. Let's see how this model's looking. Yeah, I think that's good for this model. I think I'm gonna take another break and then maybe come back for a third car. We'll see if I'm up for that after this break. So I'll see y'all then. We are back. So I'm going to be making one more car in today's stream. And just like the two previous cars, this one is going to be another one that's already in Left Turn Legend, but as a model from another year. So, like I said earlier, not going to say the name of the car, just going to work on it and see who can guess what this one is going to be first. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright. Let's see, this needs to go here. And let me check something. Let's get some reference images pulled up. Alright. This is good. Okay. And let's see. I'm just going to do kind of the same processes with the other two cars. Right, now let's get the actual shape of the hood defined. It's always a bit tricky to get right. Okay, how does this look now? I think this is a decent start to the shape. Okay, and let's see if we want to adjust anything on the hood before we start with the rest of the front of the car. I think this is fine, so I'm gonna do the headlights next. Or actually, not the headlights really, but the scaffolding for them, and then we'll do the headlights. Maybe I'll split this actually. Yeah, I think I need to split this right here. Then I can actually make this piece a bit more curved. And pull this up. Yeah, that looks a little better, I think. Right, and this. Alright, actually I think this looks pretty good, so I think we can get the headlights now. Yeah, let's do the headlights. How many polygons should these be? Alright, I think I have an idea of how I want to do these maybe, but might have to retry these if it doesn't quite look right. I don't think this is quite the right shape, so I'm going to try that again. Alright, how does this look for the headlight shape? I think the... Okay, yeah, the bottom right here is not quite right, so I'm gonna do another retry on this. How does this look? Maybe this is what we'll roll with. Although I'm not even... Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of this stuff right here. This can all go away. And I think I'll do the grill next. Alright, so the grill looks... Might have to use more polygons here, so... Even though I'm going for a low poly style, it's a little hard to define the shape of the grill with so few polygons. Yeah, we'll have to do a bit more here. Right, almost got something going for the grill. Maybe add in some guides first. I think that might help a little bit. Alright, how does this look? I think the end's still kind of too pointy. Maybe like this. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Okay, and there's the front of this car. This is a lot less painful than the previous one. I think I can move the grille forward a little just to define it a bit, but besides that, that's pretty much it for this section of the car, yeah. Alright, there we go. Now let's get the rest of the front end of this car done. Alright, this side profile pretty much just goes straight down, I think. Pretty boxy. Okay, and again, I think I'm gonna have to move some stuff around a little bit, so I think I can actually move this up a tiny bit. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do the wheel well now, I think. Okay, and this thing's gonna have to turn into an arc somehow. Right, and I don't know, this might be a little too low poly for the wheel well. Yeah, I think I need to add a bit more detail. Okay. Let's see. Right. I think that's good for the wheel well. At least from the side. We're gonna have to fix it from the top view though still. Okay, I think that's good. So we have a gentle curve, like starting from the tip of the car going all the way out. It's a pretty common theme for these cars from the early 2000s. Okay, let's see what we have so far. I think that's good. Oh, I am missing one thing on the front. We need to have the bottom intake. Oops. So this part right here is going to turn into an intake, so yeah. And now I think we'll do the windshield? Yeah, let's do the windshield. I guess I should get rid of all of these extra edges before I do that though. Got rid of those extra edges and stuff. Do I like the way this is split? How's this look? I think it's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it. This part might need to go forward a little. Yeah. This can go back a bit. Alright. That's good for the front. Now it's time to do the windshield. That's good from the top view. Let's get this good from the side. And let's lower this corner a bit. Okay, I think that's good for the windshield. Needs to go back towards the B pillar again, and let's just do this. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's check from above how this is doing. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we just need to extend this back to where the rear window is going to end up being. Go to the side view again, move it down. I think this can go down a little bit too. Not that much. Probably want to move this area around a little bit from above. Let's do this. Actually, I kind of want to keep this flat. Yeah, let's keep this flat and make this a little wider. Okay, I think that's good for the roof, at least for now. So we can do the rear window now. Okay, let's see how this is from above. Yeah, that's good. Alright, that's good for the rear window. Now we want to do the trunk and the back. Okay, I think that's about right for the trunk. So let's go to the side to go the back. I think we need to basically go straight down here. Not quite, I guess. This needs to go forward a little. Maybe something like this is more along the lines of what we're looking for. Then the bumper just kind of goes forward a bit, and then down. Again, pretty common for these cars of this era. Let's just look from behind. I think that's good. Okay. So we can go ahead and make the tail lights now. We actually go above. Do this. Actually, let me just delete this here. No, let's do that. And then the actual tail light looks like this. It's an interesting shape. Right, I think that's good. This needs to go a little further this way. This can probably come around to here. And that's the taillights, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this as a seam. I'll do this for the other areas as well. Yep, so now we have back of the car pretty much done. Let's go ahead and do the side now. Let me merge stuff first. Alright, spinning wheels. Yeah, see you around. Thanks for coming to the stream. Okay, that looks good for so far. Yep. And I'm just gonna bring this down. Let's see. Oh, I didn't finish this side of the wheel well ever. I'll probably just get away with 2 here, maybe? Yeah, I don't need that much detail for this part of the car. Something like this, maybe? I guess I can distribute these a little better. Okay, so that's good for the rear wheel well. Now let's figure out how we want to do the side of the car. Okay, so this goes pretty much straight down, and then it gets wider at the rear again. So maybe around here is when it starts getting wider. Yeah, and then we can connect these up. And from here, we're able to do this. Okay. And now we need to do the windows on the side of the car. Okay, yeah, this is pretty much just the same window shape as the other cars, so let's do it. Get the shape figured out from the side first, and then from the top. Alright, now we can get done from the top. Let's see, this has to go this way. Something like this. Yeah, I think that's good. Right, there's the side window. Welcome back, Rex Race Noon. So I know you've been guessing all of the cars right so far, so do you want to take a guess as to what this one is? Right here is the B pillar. So in game, in Left Turn Legend at least, this car is called the Bubbler, which is kind of a funny name, because the generation that was added to Left Turn Legend originally is very round and like bubbly shaped. And honestly, that kind of carries over to this car as well. So you still have a lot of those elements here, like the headlight's kind of rounded. I know it looks a little spiky here, but that's mostly because of the low poly shape. The front grille is very rounded. The rear window is honestly still kind of bubbly and rounded too. But yeah, you are 3 for 3 on these cars. Okay, there's the rear window starting to come together. Yeah, definitely. It's funny how like these cars look so different from their real world counterparts because of the focus on aerodynamics. Like, you just have something turned into this weird rounded blob basically with stickers on it in the name of aerodynamics. Okay, I think this is good for here. Yeah. Okay, rear window looks about done. Maybe I should move this vertex a little though. It looks kind of weird. Kind of can't tell if that's better. Maybe this needs to go this way. No, I think this is fine actually. Oops. Let's just fill in the rest of the car. Yeah, basically just have to fill in the side now. Oops, that was the wrong vertex. There we go. Alright, I think that's good for here. Yeah, definitely. And I did actually talk a bit about the Aero Wars back in my last Left Turn Legend video, I think. Or maybe it was not the last one, but one before. Whichever one had the original bubbler and illuminator introduced to the game. Alright, let's count up how many vertices I need. So, or actually edges rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's correct. So let's just fill this in. Yep. That looks good. Okay. And now I think I just need to kind of start doing the wrap up now. Just a bit of cleanup. Almost done making the actual model itself, and then we'll be on to UV mapping. Alright, there's the windows, there's the tail light. Oh, I do need the side skirt still. Devlog 5, yeah. Dang, that's been a while. I have not been doing these devlogs on a very strict schedule. What was my last devlog? I think it was like 3 months ago actually, yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to get another devlog out like maybe within the next month, but we'll have to see. Okay, let's just do the wheel wells now. Or the inside of the wheel wells. Or I guess the insides are the wheel wells. I should be saying the wheel arches as the outside part, and then the inside of the wheel arches to mean, well, the wheel wells. There we go. Okay, there's those. Now it's time to get this part. Right, now time to fill in the front and back undersides. There's the back. There's the front. And then just need to do this last part. Okay, there's the underside of the car complete. I'm going to do the, what's it called? I'm just going to mark some of these edges sharp now. This needs to go all the way around the back. Okay, and let's figure out how we want to do the top of the car. So, I think I'm going to make this whole piece the trunk lid. This can be one piece. Hood can be another piece. And then, yeah, we'll just mark it off at the front bumper. Okay, now time for the rear wing, or spoiler I should say. Okay, I think that's good for the spoiler. Usually pretty simple anyways. As always, I'm going to split the spoiler off into a separate piece, at least for now. Alright, so now we have the spoiler in chunks. I guess I should clear the seams on these. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see all the liveries that people are going to make. I've already done like quite a few of them that reference past liveries in American motorsport, but it's always cool to see like what players are going to do as well. I think it's time to UV map now. Yeah, let's do that. So let's see. Start with just the lights. This is a huge light. Let's do the front light. Yeah, I did have the number 48 car. What other ones did I have? Let me think. Oh, the number 3 Illuminator. I think there was also a number 6 Bubbler that I did as well. Yeah, there's quite a few that I did referencing NASCAR drivers and stuff like that. That looks good. So now we just need to do the bottom of the car. Okay. So all the symmetric stuff is done. So I'm going to apply the Mirror modifier, and then we can go back and do the rest of the car. Oh wait, need the spoilers too. There we go. I feel like I can make the islands bigger again, so let's see. I think that should be probably the biggest I can make the UV islands. I might actually have to scale them back down again though. Does this fit? I don't like this. Okay, barely fits actually. That's good. Let's get these out of the way. Deal with those later. Do I have space for this? Go here? No, this is gonna have to go up here. Now, let's see where I can put the front bumper now. Okay, if I move this down, I should have space for the front bumper. Yeah, that works. It's very nice that I have the little cutout right here for the front grille. That works perfectly. Here is spoiler. Where should this go? I don't want to rotate it like something that's not a multiple of 90 degrees, because then that just leads to weird pixels when you're mapping. They're like sideways. Yeah, so it's preferable to do something like this. Does this fit? Barely. There we go. This can probably be moved over a little. Maybe? Yeah, just a tiny bit. This is a little too cramped for my liking. This is also a little too cramped for my liking. Oh, this is very tight. Okay, I think this works though. Yeah. Just need to make sure nothing overlaps at any point. I think this is good, yeah. So UV mapping should be good for this car. So let's see how it looks now. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. So I have my third and final car for the night done. Let me see if I can get all three cars into one file and show them all off. Just a second, I'm gonna switch to the intermission screen for a bit, but I'll be back with all three cars in the same file. Alright, so I got all 3 of the car models put together next to each other, and I think they look pretty good. They're all from the same era, so they're going to be racing together in the actual game when you play. I still have to do a bit of setup in order to get them to actually work in-game, but I'm pretty happy with the way these models look right now. Yeah, these look pretty good. Alright, well that's all of the cars that I had planned for today. So thanks everyone who came to the stream, and I'll see you all next time.